6:49, everybody. The big story across the country in Washington, the impeachment trial of President Trump in the Senate resuming today, and it will go for another marathon session, obviously. Two of the opening statements here. Joining us on the phone, special guest this morning.
Yeah, Senator Joni Ernst is here to talk about the impeachment trial as well as the USMCA trade deal, which we'll get to in just a second. It's sitting on the president's desk, but let's start with the impeachment trial. Senator Ernst, what has it been like for you to be a part of this whole process?
Well, unfortunately, it is part of history. So we are currently working our way through the phase one part of the trial. And, of course, Senator Grassley and I are carrying out our constitutional duties as senators, and we are going to hear from both sides. So far, we have heard from the House managers, and within a few days, we'll be hearing from White House counsel.
Senator, I've got to ask you, you get one, it appears, version of what's happening from the House, and now we go to the Senate, where it's been pretty well telegraphed the way things are going to go. It's turning into a Democrats-Republicans political showdown. What does this do overall, this impeachment trial, to the polarization of our country, you think?
Well, it certainly is not helping, and I do have a feeling that this is going to be more of a political show, of course, coming from the Democrats. They've presented the same information over and over and over again, so we do have to keep that in mind, that right after the president was elected, they had stated they were going to impeach him. So, you know, bottom line, I think Iowans want to see us get through this process, conduct it fairly, and then move on and focus on things that really have meaning to them, like the USMCA.
Senator Ernst, do you think that there needs to be witnesses in this trial in order for it to be conducted fairly?
Well, the House did have the ability to call witnesses. They had that ability while they were going through their inquiry, and they decided not to do that. So in the House's own brief, they state numerous times that they have overwhelming evidence. And if that's the case, then there shouldn't feel any reason to bring forth any more documents or witnesses purely for political purposes. But of course, we'll go through phase one, we'll hear from both sides, and then we will be able to make that decision on whether we need to hear from additional witnesses.
Senator Ernst, let's move on to the United States-Mexico-Canada big trade agreement that's now sitting in front of the president for his decision. What does it mean? And when a lot of people have been waiting, what does it mean for our farmers and our producers of biofuels, folks that have been really waiting for some movement on this?
This has huge impact for Iowa. We trade more goods with Mexico and Canada than we do with our next 27 trading partners combined. And so this is a huge impact for, of course, Iowa manufacturers, and especially for Iowa's farmers and ranchers. And in my opinion, it took way too long. The House Democrats delayed it more than a year, but the Senate was able to get right on it. We passed it within a week, and we held the official enrollment ceremony yesterday in Senator Grassley's office, and it is now officially on its way to President Trump's desk.
Senator Ernst, we have about 10 seconds left, but real quick, do you think the president is expected to sign it, no problems?
Absolutely. He stands behind the USMCA 100%, and we are very thankful to have it done.
All right, Senator Ernst, a busy day ahead for you and all the senators there. We really appreciate your time this morning here, taking some time with our viewers on Good Morning Iowa.